I feel guilty. I say no sometimes to people, to groups of people, to individuals, and then I feel guilty. I feel bad because I know that I want to people please. I'm very aware of it. I know it. And it feels bad because sometimes I'm working on setting boundaries, trying to be me. I'm trying to be 100% my truth. And so sometimes I have to say no. But here's my truth. I feel guilty. I feel guilty about it. So I'm working on myself. I'm trying to better myself. And I want to be better. I want to be 100% my truth. And this season, I'm working on being 100% truth. 100% my truth. It's harder than you think. And part of what I'm learning to do right now is to learn to say no without the guilt. Because I've practiced and now I'm saying no. I'm saying no more often, but the guilt is still there. And here's what usually happens when I say no. I know that I'm setting boundaries and I'm respecting my boundaries. And I'll be like, here's the reasons why I can't do it. I'm just going to say no. Here's the reasons why I don't want to do it. And I'm going to say no. And people understand and people, they'll go away. They get it. They understand. But the problem is I go home with this feeling of I let this person down and I'm not being a good friend. I'm not being a good father. I'm not being a good husband. I'm not being a good colleague. I'm not being a good this. I'm not being a good that. And I always go back to this moment where I had a choice. I had a choice between, am I going to set this boundary? Am I going to protect my boundary? Am I going to set a line, put my foot down and say, no, this is how far I'm willing to go. I'm not willing to go any further than that. This is something I'm not willing to do. No. And I have a choice. And I always have a choice. So I'm thinking about this moment where I'm doing something for me. I'm doing something that's good for me. I do say yes. I do say yes to certain things, but I can't say yes to everything. It's the guilt that kills you. It's really the guilt that will make me self-doubt. And what I'm realizing is that I have to work on the guilt part because I've worked on the part where I find the courage to say, this is not something that I'm willing to do, or this is how far I'm willing to go. I know that what I'm doing is protecting myself, setting boundaries for myself, and it's good for me. So I need to work on this guilt to make the guilt go away because I'm protecting me. I'm being me, but the guilt is making me feel bad. So I need you to try this with me. If you're just like me, if you're a human being just like me, and you happen to say no from time to time, you carry this guilt with you and you want to get rid of it, let's just do this with me for the next 10 seconds. Let's just notice. Let's think about the last time we felt like we had a decision to make, but we do know that we protected ourselves. We protected our boundaries. This is what I'm thinking about right now. Just notice. Think about that moment where you protected your boundaries and you did feel guilty. Noticing is the practice. It's the beginning of practice. It's the beginning of becoming better. So I'm noticing and I'm thinking about that moment. Why did it go the way it went? Why did I feel the guilt? Where's this guilt coming from? Just notice. We're going to move on. I'm going to continue to practice this probably forever, but tomorrow I'll go over this again and I'll start going more in detail about saying no, but processing the guilt that comes with it. I'll tell you now already, I know it's going to be hard to go through this, but I'm going to do this anyway because that's what we do here in the Empowered Living Club. We face life with truth and courage. We figure out how to win the hardest inner battles, and then we share the exact tools so you can win yours. Live truthfully and live courageously. I am doing this so you can do this too. My name is Chris Kasonga. Keep living an empowered life.